Colorism does exist, and there are women who are actually quite affected by it physically and mentally. So it goes deep to affect someone physically and mentally. A man must have two women, one for washing is the dark one for going out with is the light skinned one. Do you see the colorism that I'm talking about? Love yourself, be comfortable in your skin. You are amazing, you are beautiful, regardless of what anyone is going to say to you. Black is beautiful. What is good, T gang? It is your girl T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, please don't be shy to smash the subscribe button down below. Turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a video, baby. Guys, today I am back with another lit banger video. Today we're going to be talking about colorism in South Africa. So now, if you don't know the meaning of colorism and you're coming past this term for the very first time, I'm going to define what colorism is for you. I'm just going to break it down quickly and explain what colorism is. So colorism is actually an act of discrimination whereby dark-skinned people are discriminated against and light-skinned people are more favorable. I specifically want to address this regarding women, right? So you find out that women who are light-skinned are more preferred over dark-skinned women. Now, I want to talk about instances where I've heard quite disturbing comments or compliments where someone would come up to a dark-skinned girl and say, hey, you're actually quite beautiful for a dark-skinned girl. What does that even mean? What does that mean? You are quite beautiful for a dark-skinned girl. For a dark-skinned girl, you are quite beautiful. It ends there. For a dark-skinned girl, what does that mean? Dark-skinned girls are not good looking. Is that what you're trying to say? So now these are some of the comments, some of the statements that I've heard that are quite disturbing, where a dark-skinned girl is complimented, you're quite beautiful for a dark-skinned girl. And this compliment is quite disturbing because just because someone is dark-skinned does not mean they are not good looking. Now, there are people who say colorism does not exist, or colorism is just, people are being dramatic, women are being dramatic, there's no such thing as colorism. Guys, if something has never ever happened to you in your life, it does not mean that it does not exist, right? It's like saying I've never fallen pregnant before in my life, so pregnancy doesn't exist. That's how dumb that actually sounds, like I haven't fallen pregnant before in my life, so that means pregnancy does not exist. I've never experienced an earthquake in my life, so that means an earthquake does not exist. Colorism does exist, and there are women who are actually quite affected by it physically and mentally. So it goes deep to affect someone physically and mentally. Physically, so what do I mean? There are people who go to an extent of actually ending up bleaching their skin to try and be light so that they can also be favorable. You also want to be favorable because people their favorites are light-skinned women. So I might as well just bleach my skin and be light and be favored over a dark-skinned lady. So now this is how it has damaged people. I've seen people using cheap bleach products where it ends up burning your skin simply because you have suffered at the mercy of colorism and you're trying to be like the favored ones. So now you bleach your skin, you hurt yourself physically. Psychologically, so what do I mean? I've heard experiences. I'm going to talk about my own experience in primary school. I used to be quite dark, quite dark, guys. I don't know what happened. Right now, I'm not saying I'm very light-skinned, but I'm way lighter than I used to be. I used to be quite dark, guys. Now, it's so amazing to see that colorism starts even when you are still very young. It doesn't start when you're old. Even when you're still very young, as early as primary school, there's already colorism. We used to learn with this girl. I'm not going to mention her name. Let's say girl X. Her name is X. We used to learn with X. She was so light-skinned, guys. She was so light-skinned, bubbly personality. She was a good person. I was never jealous of her. I never hated her, but people preferred her. you know, like maybe would go for drama in primary school, go for drama. You find out that she was always the preferred, you know, person. They used to love to put her in things like activities. They would choose her. If there's a drama, they would choose her. A leading character, they would choose her. You know, like it was always her. It was always her. I remember her name very well until today. We went to primary together. I remember her name and surname very well because she was always preferred over us who were dark skinned. So now colorism doesn't only start affecting you when you're old. From as young as primary school already was suffering from colorism. But it didn't quite really affect me physically to go to an extent where I say I'm going to use bleach so that I can be lighter. It didn't really affect me psychologically either, because I'm not a person who lets things get to me easily. So it never really affected me physically or psychologically. So this is the message that I'm trying to send out to the dark-skinned women out there. Love yourself, be comfortable in your skin. You are amazing, you're beautiful, regardless of what anyone is going to say to you. Black is beautiful. Guys, I always say we only have white people and black people. We don't have black. It's either you're white or you're black. The shades of your skin color, that doesn't matter. It's either you're white or you're black. There's no black, dark. You are black, right? The shade of your skin color does not matter. Do not let it get into you. To the younger girls, you might be in high school, you might be in primary school, you are suffering from, you know, colorism. There are people who are discriminating you because you're dark. You don't feel beautiful. Guys, I do understand these things. You actually start feeling like you're not beautiful. You look in the mirror, you see this dark-skinned person. Guys, can we stop discriminating people regarding to their skin color? You do not have any idea how that can impact someone in their life. You don't know how long that impact can last in someone's life. Can we stop with the colorism? To men who make women feel some type of way because they are dark. I've actually seen a lot of guys who do this. It's not only women on women hate kind of thing, it's also men on women, where men make dark-skinned women feel you know, some type of way because they are dark. Like I'm not your type, you know, you are too dark for me. Yes, I've heard it a lot. I'm not making this up. I've heard it where someone would say, you're so dark for me. I know everyone is entitled to have a preference, but guys, can we be a bit kinder? Because this is a sensitive issue. Someone's skin color is something that they can't change. Yes, you have a preference, but this is something that someone cannot change. I don't know if what I'm trying to say is making sense. And then I've seen dark-skinned women who say they haven't suffered from colorism. It does not exist. They're dark-skinned and they've never experienced it. Let me tell you one thing. If you're dark-skinned and you're so feminine, let's talk the truth, guys. Let's say you're dark-skinned, you have very big boobs, you have a nice body shape, you have curves, you have a nice butt and all that, and then you're dark-skinned. You end up being hyper-sexualized, and that is why you're not experiencing colorism, because you're compensating for your dark skin with all these features that I've mentioned. So there's dark-skinned girls who say colorism doesn't exist, we haven't experienced it. It's either that you are hypersexualized, you compensate with the features, the feminine features, and then suddenly everyone overlooks the dark-skinned aspect. Let's be honest, you are compensating for that with the features that you have. But take a girl who's dark-skinned, petite, no curves, small boobs, small butts. There you can really feel that, yeah, colorism is real, because you don't have anything that you're compensating for your dark skin with. So that is why you end up hearing some women saying they've never experienced colorism, even if they're they have features that compensate for that. Colorism is real. Women, girls are suffering from colorism. It is affecting them physically, it is affecting them psychologically. Some is long term. Something you can't change about yourself. Can we be kind to people, especially about features that they cannot change about themselves? This is a very sensitive topic to me, colorism. Very sensitive because I experienced it in primary school. As early as primary school, I experienced it. Just that I'm a person who doesn't let things get to me. I was like, I'm gonna own it, baby. I'm dark-skinned and I am beautiful. High school, I owned that. You have to own it. You have to be confident in your skin. Don't let what people say get to you. You are beautiful. Our uniqueness is what makes us beautiful. Am I talking to a young lady out there? So guys, let's teach ourselves to be kinder to people. Can we mind what we say? Dark-skinned girls are beautiful as much as light-skinned girls. Everyone is beautiful in their own uniqueness. Okay? The issue of colorism, discriminating against dark-skinned girls, please. Please. Dark-skinned girls are also women. They're also beautiful. So I have actually, before I close this video, there's a joke that I always see on Facebook that says, indoda kwamele ibe nibafazi lababili. They write it specifically in Zulu. Indoda kwamele ibe nibafazi lababili. The dark one, he needs to have two women, a dark one and a light one, a light-skinned and a dark-skinned woman. The dark-skinned woman is for washing, and the light-skinned woman is to go out with. Now that joke, I know it's just social media, it's jokes, but I'm saying, you don't know how it's going to impact someone psychologically. You don't know how it's going to impact someone emotionally, physically. Those kind of jokes. I know it's a joke, but damn. A man must have two women. One for washing is the dark one. One for going out with is the light skinned one. Do you see the colorism that I'm talking about? Do you see it? Some things we say, they are quite insensitive. We don't think, we just say them. We don't think it's going to impact someone negatively. But you never know. Okay? So let's be kind. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video was just a ranting video. I was ranting about things that really matter to me and that get to me. Like, you need to stop with the colorism, please. Anyway, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it with your family and friends, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.